Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio for a little midweek crafting. Yep, here I am. I'm working on a project. Thought I'd bring you along to work with me, show you what I've been making, and some things that we finished up. Now this is today's project, so I'm going to kind of move that over just a little bit and show you a few things. Now, remember we were working on these little mini pockets from the CDs, and I wanted to show you that I made a shaker. Now, I sometimes like a lot of stuff in my little shakey shakes, but not always. But I did add a little charm, and, we made it just like we did, only I sealed it, and then I covered the back, okay, so it wouldn't come open. So I wanted to show you that one. You saw this one in the video, but what you didn't see was the tags that I made. Okay, and so I just made a few quick little tags using my scrap papers and things, all the goodies that I have, from my collections, because I do collect scrapbook paper like there's no tomorrow. Scrapbook pads. I love all the little bits and pieces. So in addition to that, it was Viewmaster. These are Viewmaster discs. Thank you to a couple of the ladies who told me what it was. I'm sorry I don't remember your names or who told me, because, I get a lot of comments. I try to answer them, and I do remember you as I'm answering, but then later, my brain just shuts off. So I wanted to show you those few things. Okay, so those are done. And then, I'll show you that in a minute. These were the pockets we did. We did the scrap busting pockets. This was the journal card. This is one of the pockets. I have decorated all of them. Let me stand so you could see what I did. And do you remember this one? I think that was the first one I did. And I have added goodies since you saw it. I've added some bling. I went back and added bling to the ones that I already did, and the ones I hadn't done. I have finished all the pockets, every single one, all 6 of them, plus that one little journal card. I'll have to got to get on Instagram and show some of these. Okay, so that's what the pockets look like, all decorated, because we ran out of time, but we started them. Then on my own, I saw this neat thing done by Gail Augustinelli. And so she took scraps and Tim Holtz paper dolls, and she created pockets to go on your journals. Now, she just kept the paper plain. She didn't do Christmas. She just did regular. She just did the scrap paper, put the little person on it, rounded the corners and inked it. But I decided to do some Christmas pockets for journals. Okay. Are those not cute? I love them. These are just scraps. These were scraps in my little folder. And I made all these little cuties. Now these, instead of being pockets, would be tuck spots. So, hold on a minute. Let me grab if you're not looking at my head. I've got my hair all scraped back today so I can work, not have it in my way. But what I wanted to show you was, let me put these back in here. I wanted to show you that this is how this would work. And if you glue here and here, then you just tuck it in there or put it in there. The corner ones, you would just glue here, just a little at the bottom, and you could put a little, card right there. Okay. And so this is how those would work. And you could glue down 3 sides or 4, either a pocket or a tuck. I just made a new word, pocket. A pocket. Oh my goodness. Let me make sure I am filming. I am. I've been awake since very early. I was watching the Tim Holtz Elements live today. He was showing all the fabrics from the year that he created and have sold. I have quite a few of them. And then, you have this one, and then we have that little girl. So I just really wanted to show you what each of these look like. Even 2 on a page would be cute side by side, and you could tuck something behind them. So I just did these with little scraps and the paper dolls that sit. I have quite a few paper dolls, so I went through and I grabbed all my winter looking ones that I thought would be lovely, for Christmas bits. So we've got more pockets there. Then this was just a scrap piece of paper that I had cut down, cut off a bunch of the other paper, and this is what was left. So I just made myself a tall journal card. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. I probably should put some kind of a little tab up there. I always forget about that. And then when I'm showing it off, I go, oh, I'm missing something. Let me see. I used to have a whole big thing full of tabs. I don't know if I still do. Do I still have a whole? Yeah, I do. Yeah, there they are. All different kinds from Christmas to daily. Yeah, I even have some of these that I made. Put that at the top. I don't know if I want that. I don't think so, but no. But I do have, oh, I have all of these. Yeah, there's bound to be one in here, right? That would look good with that. I'm looking for something deep in color. Oh, yes, there. Let's use that one. Let's use, yeah, these are all my Christmas ones that I cut out last year. I forgot all about these. Oh my goodness, it's good to find them. Yeah, let me see what else I've got. Oh, got so many pretty ones. It's like I'm having a hard time picking one. Well, I'm going to have to pick something, right? Excuse me, my throat's really raspy today. A lot of drainage with all the rain. Oh my gosh, it rained 2 days in a row. And now it's getting cloudy. It's getting ready to rain again. I know you guys, you probably hate it when I do this, but I just realized I don't have all my blinds open. I was so excited to sit down and work on this project. Well, I was working on it. There we go. Had some lunch and then came back into work some more and thought, well, let's turn on the camera and hang out with all of our friends. How are all of you? Are you all good? I hope so. I hope everybody's healthy, hanging in there, you know, doing your thing, whatever that is. Oh, let me get those back in there. Pardon my reach, but I can't keep it all on my desk or I'll have to leave the desk. I don't know where I would craft if I left my desk. Spent a little time giving all of my, well, the ones I have ink refills for, some, what Tim Holtz calls a spa day, where you put the ink on there and then you take a card and you smooth it back and forth and then you turn it upside down to get all the ink to the top of the pad. And then your ink pads are ready to go. Because I use ink so much, I literally, you know, use it up. If you get an old ink pad that you haven't used in a while, and you take it out and you think, oh, this is dry, hit it with some water first, let it sit. And that will help reignite the ink. When the ink pads are getting empty, you'll know when they're getting empty or feeling dry or just feel like they're not as juicy as you would like them. Then you use the little refills. And anytime I buy an ink color, I buy refills. I did not buy refills for my Rustic Wilderness and my Lumberjack Plaid, but I'm thinking I've used them so much this year. I'm probably going to have to go and buy refills for both of those because I use them so much during the holidays. And it's best to keep them moisturized, not to let them get dried out. Because once they get dried out, it's a lot harder to refresh them. You can, but, you know, if you take good care of them, oh my goodness, where'd that come from? It was hiding. There we go. Or I could put it on the side if it was going into, let's say, something where that's a side pocket. I just realized when I put that on, I probably should have waited till I saw what it was going to go with. But I can always take it off or cut it off and then add one, you know. I'm going to put this away before I lose it. There's so much stuff in here, you guys. If I don't put things away as I go, it gets to be really ugly in here. I'm not kidding. It's so bad right now because I have Christmas everywhere and also some winter projects. So anyway, this is everything I've been working on. In addition to the 2 weekend retreat videos I did for you guys, I've been working on a journal. And organizing a little bit like my Christmas stuff to see what I have where. I've also, darn it, I meant to get a wet one. I was headed to the closet and then I got waylaid. So good thing I keep them in here. I have them everywhere in the house because we use these when the kitties have a throw up or have an accident. We use these wet ones to clean up the mess because it really gets rid of the stains and doesn't leave toxic chemicals. So, okay, so we got that. Getting ready to work here. Then this is the other thing I worked on. This is a fabric, like, let me make sure my hands are clean because, guys, this is something I don't want to touch with dirty hands. I'll make sure I don't have any ink on my hands. That would be, like, bad. I worked really hard on this. Wipe my hands on my pants. All right, I made a fabric envelope clutch. I used to make these all the time, but with vellum and paper. But this one is fabric. This is Jolene's fabric from a Jewel Design. The inside is her paper from her kit. Isn't that pretty? I have a little belly band here, which I'm working on. I want to work on that. And then I want to make things to stuff this. That's what we're going to be working on today. Look at, I've got stickles. I don't know if you can see them. I've got pearls everywhere. Let me show you. Look at the pearls up there. Oh, sorry. So that is that. She's already spoken for. She already has a home. And then I used a Velcro closure here. So what I want to do today, and this is that fabric. Now, Jolene still has this fabric available in our Jewel Design shop. You can get fabric and pre-printed digital kit, which is the pink vintage Christmas, which is this kit here. She has that available as a kit in her shop. She has one of those left, and then she has 3 individual 1 yard individual pieces left. She has 3 of those. So you can't get like 3 yards not cut. They're already pre-cut. So anyway, and then she also has this as a digital. She has this as a digital. And they all go together in her shop, in her A Jewel Design. And she also has the cute little peppermints in a Jewel Design that are all these that go with the kit. So I'm hoping to use some of those today. So anyway, we're going to work with all of this today. We'll see what I actually need and don't need. I want to make some ephemera. And I am ready to rock and roll. So what are you guys up to? Anything new and exciting? How's your weather? It's been raining here. It rained from like 6 to 6, nonstop, steady, never quit once. Then it stopped a little bit yesterday, and then last night started raining at 1 or 2 in the morning and went clear till this morning. We're expecting the rain any minute, so it may get dark in here and I have to quit the video. Sorry, I need some something to drink there. Now, I started working on this, and what I did is I cut out, in her kit, she has, gosh, brain, come on, function. She's got ephemera, right? So she's got ephemera in the kit, and so that's one of them, and I cut it out. I punched it out, and I want to use it in here, and I'm thinking I want to put it maybe up here, like this. That's a possibility, right? I'm trying to decide what color I want to use. No, or I have the white. I think the pink makes it stand out more. And I punched this out of the 44 pound, but then I put it on another 65 pound cardstock just to give it some oomph. And I thought I would just put it there so you see the belly band and you know there's one there. I don't know, it seems kind of big. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to put it by itself. Sorry about the nose. It is just driving me crazy today. It's draining down the back of my throat. Okay. Well, my other option, I kind of want to use that. I could put some little, like, I don't know that I like that. I just kind of wanted a little decoration there. I'm just not finding what I want to put there, though. No. Well, I think I'll stick with my original idea. So, yeah, I did take, there's a strip in there, a belly band strip, and I put it here. I like my pockets to have like multiple uses, especially this clutch. I've made a ton of these over the years. Jolene was looking at my sales and she said, man, Mom, you made a lot of those. I said, yeah, but not with fabric. So this time I made it with fabric, and I used the 9 by 12 envelope fabric and then a paper from the kit, piece of paper from the kit. So yeah, I had fun with that. It's fairly quick. I did sew on my sewing machine because I can, but you don't have to. I just did. If you don't have a sewing machine or you don't sew, don't worry about it. Just you could glue it all together. All right. Hoping that's going to stay. We'll see how it does, right? All right. I think this one's okay. Maybe not. I did use Fabri-Tac there. I did just fill up my glue. It was running low. I did a lot of gluing with this project. Yes, I stitched the paper onto the fabric, but all of this is with Fabri-Tac, so I'm going to turn that upside down. I'm sure I'm going to need it today. Yeah, it's not pretty. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, now I want to make some things to go inside that. So I'm going to put that in front of me. Excuse me. I don't think I'm getting sick. I hope not. Although I need to be brutally honest, I am very, very tired. Doing the 4 retreat days took a ton of prep time. And then, mental, try to figure out what do I want to do, collecting everything, then pre-cutting, measuring, doing all the things for the projects, making a sample for each one, and then filming 2 hours at a time for each one of those. That's a lot, plus all the other things I was doing. So I'm very, very tired, and I am thinking that I am going to not do a weekend retreat next weekend. Thanksgiving, the weekend before Thanksgiving, because I'm exhausted. So I think I'm going to hold off on it. I might just do a craft with me day, come and craft with me, or I may not do anything. I just wanted to pre-warn you. And the bag, let me grab it. This project that I showed you, I forgot. I have a full video on this from last year. So if you want to know how to make this, there's already a video on this. I don't want to redo it again. But what my thought had been was we would go through, look at what was in the pockets, and, make some of the goodies that I had made for this to put in your pockets. So I don't know if that's going to get done, if it's just going to be a craft with me, or I'm not giving up on the retreat. I definitely will be starting the new year with the retreats again once I get some rest after the holidays. I am undecided about the final retreat, the big retreat project. That's on hold at the moment, but I may decide to do it. I'll let you know. I'll keep you in the loop with any of this. But as you can hear, I think I'm coming down with something. So I just want to pre-warn you, I may not, we did 4 retreat days, which is 8 hours of retreat. I'm sorry, guys, I'm going to have to cancel. 8 hours of retreat. So that may be what that's going to, I think that's a good amount for right now. And so, like I said, I'm going to suspend it. I'm not quitting, and I'm just watch for it. I'll try to give you a heads up if we're going to have it. Okay. So anyway, let's get back to this project. I decided these are giant tags that I bought. I don't know. I was looking for some big tags. I really wasn't looking for anything this big. These are 4 by 8. They're huge. I don't know if they will fit in here. So before I go making it and be all excited and then realize, no, it doesn't fit. Ooh, barely. But if I decorate it, it won't. So I definitely, on one of these, will want to cut off. Oh, I think we're going to want to cut off a little. Let me get off. Yeah, 7.5. I figured that's what it would take. Now, let me see if that will fit. I'm going to round the corners. Oh, before I go any further, because I got to move them. These are the last 2 roses in my garden. We had some 89-degree weather 4 days ago. And I got a couple big. This one's huge. Look, I mean, it's as big as my fist. It's huger. It's huger. It's bigger. So I wanted to show you that. I'm going to move it off my desk so I don't end up knocking it on the floor because I'm feeling klutzy today. All right. Sorry, guys. I blew my nose hoping that would help the cough. Who knows, right? Okay. Let me sit back down here. I really am tired, guys. I haven't been sleeping great, so that and working really hard every single day, which I don't normally do. I've been doing it 7 days a week, so working on everything for you guys. So I'm getting pretty tired. I need a break. I need a holiday break. Plus, I have to decorate for the holiday. I've got some family stuff to do, and I just got the news that my dear friend Cheryl, I talked to you about Donna and Cheryl, they were like surrogate parents, grandparents. I found out that Cheryl passed away last night, and so I'm feeling sad today, doing my best to be upbeat for you, but it is kind of, sitting in the back of my head. Now, when I cut out this little clutch, I realized I had some leftovers, and I didn't need to make a dangle with it because normally I would make a dangle with the leftover. I thought, I'm going to cover this card with it, right? That would be pretty cool. So I think I'm going to use glue stick. I'm not positive. Let me see. I did take these mats upstairs and give them a bath, or downstairs and give them a bath. They were a horrible mess. Nice hot soapy water. I think a decorated fabric tag would be fabulous. I do have a fabric tag project I want to do, so we'll have to see if we can do that in just one of my regular crafting videos. I will be, between now and Christmas, I'll be doing random, crafty videos. But the retreat videos, I think I need to pop those on hold for right now, because I don't want to get down really, really sick and then have to totally quit crafting. So I'm doing everything I can not to have that happen, because crafting is my happy place. I think it is what keeps me alive and healthy. I'm not healthy, but alive anyway. Okay. I do need fabric scissors. Oh, I can feel the weather changing out there. It's going by. Hello, let go. I don't think we need that. Yeah, did you guys hear that there's been solar flares? Well, a lot of people are getting to see the aurora borealis here in the U.S., which is highly unusual. Usually it's someplace like Alaska or Minnesota, someplace where, it's closer to the North Pole, I guess. I don't know. I did get to see it on our cruise, especially when we were on our cruise ship to Alaska. But I didn't realize it's being seen all over the United States due to solar flares. But they're saying the solar flares make some people really sick, gives them migraines, they get dizzy, they get sick to their stomach. It affects the animals, which I'm going to say is true because our animals right now are clingy. Oh my gosh. We cannot sit down without one of them in our lap. They want to be held. They want to be petted. They seem afraid. They're anxious. And when I looked it up, it was like, yep, that's what they're saying, that it can cause unusual behavior in your animals and in yourself. Well, no wonder I've been discombobulated. I'm very sensitive. Anyone with neurological stuff, you know, fibromyalgia, stuff like that, will feel it. Okay, now this has a punch. Gosh, do I want to punch that out? Well, it's going to seem kind of strange if I don't, right? So let's do that. This is the biggest hole I have, so we'll do it. And this punch, will, I swear it'll punch through just about anything. I will cut it with scissors, though, because that was not a very clean punch. And maybe when I'm done here, I'll put a... I've got a little bit bigger eyelets and use one on it. I guess that glue stick should hold, but I may have to keep adding some glue here and there. I'm going to have threads everywhere. Okay, so there we go. Now, what should we do with that? Oh, there we go. Use a little Fabri-Tac there. I didn't use Fabri-Tac because a lot of times, like that, see, it'll go through the card and I don't want it to show. So I used glue stick instead. Okay, what else can we do with this? Oh, we can do all kinds of things. I have stuff cut out. I was thinking maybe I would put like that on there. Or, oh, I also have like, I've used that a lot. What if I do the ball Christmas ornament? That's pretty. I feel like it needs like a circle or something under it. And I do have a couple still left from the other projects we did. Maybe I can put that under it just to give it a little body so it doesn't like... I need to cut some more, which I don't want to do right now because I have put all that away. I don't want to drag it out. I'm hoping, we were hoping over the weekend to decorate, but that didn't happen. I worked all weekend on getting the retreats out to you guys and then finishing up some of those projects and making that clutch. Plus, I have some other projects I need to do that are left undone. A couple of my designer buddies that I do guest design work for have asked me to do some more projects, and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know. I'll try, guys. I just don't know if I can get to it before Christmas. Oh my goodness, let's hope this is not a cold I'm getting. I'm hoping it's just allergies and the rain coming in and all that good stuff. I'm going to put this on the back of this because it is on 44-pound cardstock, but it just doesn't feel substantial enough. It's kind of wimpy. And now I want to put something under that. So let's see. I've also got some stuff I could put with it. These may be too big though. Oh, how pretty. That would be pretty with that. And then I have all of my laces that I used on the other one. Okay, I want that, I need my tape here. Okay, my foam tape. All right. You know what I think I want to put? I have just a tiny bit of this left. We used to have this in our shop, but it sold like super, super fast. You guys bought this out immediately. This is from when we bought out that shop, that lace shop. And we just had a little bit of stuff left. Just see if I have any bits of this anywhere. I might have some bits here and there. But it goes so well with this. Oh my gosh. What I think I'd like to do is put like all the little dangly bits at the bottom. Okay, and I am going to need fabric tack for this. Give it a good zigzag, maybe draw a line. I want to kind of try to get this to anybody watch that short series with Eva Longoria? It's where her husband owes the mob money, and she and her mom and her daughter run off to, was it Spain? Catalonia, Spain? I don't know, to Spain, trying to outrun the mob. And I'm trying to get into it, but I can't say I'm enjoying it. Anybody else watch that one? I don't know the name. Something Women. Oh gosh, I don't know. But I hadn't seen Eva Longoria in anything in years. And I thought, oh yeah, you know, but I honestly don't, my husband and I just don't care for it. We've tried really hard to get into it, and we're just struggling with it. We want to like it. And then I think I told you guys, did I tell you guys about the Hallmark miniseries? With the gal from Grey's Anatomy. Oh gosh, I had it in my head, now it'll come to me. Anyway, I'm really enjoying that one a lot. My husband too. We both loving that. We watched 6 one-hour episodes we've watched already. There's 2 more, I think, and then the series is done for Christmas. But oh, we have enjoyed it thoroughly. It's about a Christmas store owner in a small town, but she has kind of a interesting past, and no one knows what it is. It's a mystery. It's really, is it Mulberry Lane? No, it'll come to me. Maybe that is, I don't know. Sorry, my brain all of a sudden just shut off on me. What in the world? Apparently it's decided it's tired and it's on strike. And it's letting me know it's tired and on strike. I can craft, but it doesn't want me to be working so hard otherwise. Oh my goodness. Now, I always recommend you get a pokey tool of some kind. And, oh, excuse me. Oh. Where did my pokey tool go? I hate it when I can't see it, you know? It just, Oh, it's not in here. Oh, where'd it go? I use it every day. Like every day. Got put in the wrong section is what happened. Sorry about that. Anyway, I always recommend you have one, some kind. You can do the fancy ones. I'm thinking about making some fancy ones. I made the fancy pens. Now I want to try the fancy pokey tools. I got plenty of beads and stuff. Yeah. But this allows you to get up the edge without, fighting with it. You just slide it underneath and there you go. You're not trying to get that off for a week, especially if you don't have any thumbnails, which I don't. I want to get that under that flower a little bit. And I've got a little dimension going there, which I like. And then, I don't know what I want up here. I want to put it right there, but then I cover up that pretty pink snowflake, which I don't really want to cover up. Oh, well. I feel like it needs something behind it, but those are too big. I knew I should have cut some smaller ones. I debated. I thought, oh, I won't use them. Yes, I will. 1 second. I might have some. Well, I just want to try the smaller size. If I don't like it. Oh, I do have some. Yay. Hold on. I usually cut them in 3 sizes. I don't know if I like that, you guys. I don't think I have any white ones cut. I don't have any white ones cut. Oh, darn. Well, I was hoping to do more than one project today, but I might not. I seem to be moving like a snail. Uh-oh. I threw them on the floor. That's not good. I'll put these in here. I'm using sponge sugar oxide. That's my favorite to use with this kit. This is what I'm using. I try to tell you what I'm using and why. That is pretty. Maybe I'll do that. Totally different from what I had in my head, but sometimes what's in your head and what actually comes out are two different things. You get done and you're thinking, oh no, this isn't going to work. And there's a whole sheet of these that Jolene has in her shop. Let's see, do I have the kit? Yeah. You could get them in vintage, regular red and white, or you can get them in the pink and green, okay? So you can get all the different sizes and whatever. Jolene has those in her shop as well. Sorry, I am limping around today. Yikes. Oh, I'm just a litany of complaints. I'm so sorry. I'll stop right now. I have a variety of tools in my little caddy, as you can see. Oh my goodness. Well, goodness. I'm I almost missed my chair twice now. That could just be so painful. Okay, let's do this. Alrighty. I hate it when I get tired because I get whiny. I'm whining. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Okay, I'll straighten myself out, promise. When I get done with hair, I'll probably tell my husband. Oh, we finally put on the big fur. We have a big fur throw for our bed that we put on. It's a kind of a bedspread that we put on every winter. And we finally pulled it up. It's been folded down at the foot of the bed. And I pulled it up last night. I kept telling my husband, we need to pull it up. He's like, no. So I thought, well, forget you, buddy. I'm cold. So sorry, I knocked something over here. I went ahead and just pulled it up on my own. That's kind of awkward. While he was sleeping, he didn't notice what I was up to. And I pulled it up and went, oh, this feels so good. I slept so much better. He slept so good. He actually slept in. He says, oh, I woke up and I didn't hurt this morning. Can't imagine why, because you were warm all night. Oh, man. So stubborn. Sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness and ask for permission. I want to use a green one, I think. Do I have the sheet where I haven't cut it up? So see if I have like a color that I want. Christmas and green, that's what I want. Okie dokie. Christmas and green it is. Yeah, this is in her digital kit. You get all these great words, so. Okay. I had a bunch of scraps in shimmer, and of course, I don't know where I put those. I left them somewhere. Nope, I didn't use that. Yeah, I had some of this pink I was going to use on this, and then I didn't use it. Okay, well, we'll do that with something else, right? I feel like all I do is make little bits of paper and fabric scraps and lace scraps all day long. That's all I do. Like this little stuff. I have tons and tons of it. I use my little desk vacuum like there's no tomorrow. As you see me do it. I've done it in a number of videos where I get my... Oh, I had some little cute lace bits. What did I do with those? Well, I can use one of these. Okay. We used to have this one in the shop too. We sold out of that. I will say that when we first opened our shop, you guys were great. You came in and you literally bought us out. You bought all the best vintage laces. We had the most gorgeous vintage laces when we first opened the shop. I need to go through my stash and see if I have any that maybe I want to clear out and put in this shop for you guys. I don't know. I have to look. I want to make that even. No, I don't like that. Have I got any? Maybe pink. Yeah. Now that would work. I just want something behind the word. Told you I use all these little bits. I go to my little bits jar there and I pull out stuff. No. Get up there. Just don't mind me. I'm being a dork. Not that anybody will see that but me, but I know it's there, right? Ooh. Yeah, we gotta get our Christmas decorations up and running pretty soon. My hubby brought them home. I just have not had time to go downstairs. I've been so busy with the videos. I need to spend some time with him too. I really have been ignoring the man quite, not on purpose, just so busy that I really haven't had time to, you know, concentrate on some stuff we need to do. I want to see. I want to put a eyelet in there. Gosh, I have stuff everywhere. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Let me grab an eyelet. I have colored eyelets, but I don't want to dig them out. I'm not in the mood. Like I have pink and green and all those colors that right there. But I have to do a lot of digging on my cupboard, and I don't want to be clattering around while we're doing a video. Okay. I get used to doing those hour videos. Honestly, if I did an hour video, I could probably finish this project. I mean, I could make everything that's going to go in it. But I don't think I should do an hour-long video. So, I mean, 2-hour video today. I'm looking for something. Don't mind me. It's probably in the bottom. Where did I put my tassels, you guys? I have tassels. Yes, I got them. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Okay, so I ended up dropping everything anyway. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll clean this up later. I'll just shove everything in there. I'll make a big whole mess. Clean it up later. Alrighty, okay. Well, what else can you do, Laurette? I want to add a pretty tassel. And I have pink tassels. I have smaller ones too, but I think I want to use these. I've been wanting to use these for a long time. I know it's a weird pink, but I think they'd be okay. I know I always have stories for you guys, but I'm just a bit quiet today, quieter, kind of concentrating on this because, you know, I don't have everything pre-cut and pre-done. So I actually have to think about what the heck I'm doing here. Ooh, I don't know if this is going to fit in here, if it's just going to go right through. Well, let's see. I have bigger ones of these. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be, oh no, we'll see. Okay. It's not really the right pink, I don't think. But, I mean, that's more peach than pink. I had a pretty white tassel, but I think I just used it on something else. I don't know. Let's put it on a bulb pin and see what we have. At least I've got you guys all caught up on the news around here as far as the retreats. I'm just going to say it's up in the air right now. There we go. We've got a tassel. We've got a cute little tassel. And I think that came out really pretty. I'm really happy with it. It's a pretty good depth for tag. I don't know. I don't even know if this will show on here. This pink is so soft. It is truly soft. It's a beautiful pink. But it doesn't show up that great. I mean, it's just very much a hint, which is why I use it a lot. And I did re-ink it today because I just felt like it was dried out. Yeah, that's pretty on the back. You can see it some. You guys probably can't see it, but I can. And anybody that gets it can, and I know who's getting it, so I think she'll like this. Oh, that's pretty. So there's a beautiful card to go in here. Yeah, we got it just the right size to go inside. There you go. Look at that. Yep, that's great. I'm really happy with that. Got a mess going here, guys. Oh, one other thing I want to share with you. Look at this. I was trying to tell you that I love these EK tools. These are my favorite punches. I have some of these, and I just find them to be junk. They just don't cut well. Half the time they work, half the time they don't. But these are fabulous. I love them. They are my favorite. So this is a 1.5 inch. It freezes up on me all the time, locks up. My other ones never do, so I got myself a new one because I got so tired of fussing with that other one. So I had wanted to show you the brand, which is EK Tools. I do get them on Amazon, and they have did not have a 1.5 inch size, so I had to settle for the Reflections ones, and I honestly don't like those. I have very few of them, and I have always, unless I will only get, if I can't find the size I want in the EK Tools, then I'll go to whatever brand I can find, but that's my favorite brand. So I wanted to share that with you today before I forgot. Okay, you guys, I think I'm going to call it a day because I am pooped. I hope to see you this coming Saturday, but not with a retreat day. I may just do a standard crafty day with you guys. If that's okay, we can craft together. I'm beat. I need a rest. So I love you all. Thanks for coming along and seeing this beautiful envelope I made with a jewel design and a tag with the fabric. Isn't that pretty? I think I'd like to run this along. I think my sewing machine would work on that. So I may stitch all the way around that. And that would make it a really, really pretty, unique tag. And I'm going to make some other things for this clutch, and when I do, I will share those with you. So thanks for watching. I love you all. I hope to see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.